everybody. Kate Mil Facha. Facha. I sincerely hope I did not completely butcher this Irish greeting, which means 100,000 welcomes. How lovely is that? And that is very much part of a really exciting project that I just put out into the world. You probably heard about it if you follow me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. If you don't, follow me and Prada Writes, which is, let me put my coffee down. Look! It's called All I Need to Hear, and it's a rom-com. It's a clean rom-com, multicultural, so both main characters are from multiple cultures. They're both American and something else. The guy is American Irish, and the girl is American Brazilian. I'm all the way Brazilian. I was born and raised in Brazil, have been here in the States for almost 20 years now, so American Brazilian, if you will, but mostly Brazilian. But I put a lot of my own culture and a lot of Irish culture in this book because I'm obsessed. I have no Irish whatsoever inside of me. I'm just an obsessed person. I suppose I should just tell you the story of how I started writing this. So I had just finally come to terms with the fact that I could no longer be a therapist. I mean, I could, but not do it as well as I wanted to because of my hard of hearing condition. It got a lot worse as I became a therapist, and that was an issue. Even if I was effective with my clients, my ears would bother me so much that by the time I got home, I had nothing left for my family, and I did not like that. It was around that time also that I started wearing hearing aids. I'm not wearing them right this second because I take breaks, you know, just the thing with hearing aids is that it's a little mic that amplifies every sound, and sometimes you just need a break from hearing. If you know, you know. Working as a therapist, I absolutely had to, and that really helped me, but still it put a strain on my head. Like I had severe migraines. It was a whole thing. And around that time, my family and I went to Ireland for the first time, and my head just exploded. And I felt like just being there and the scenery, just how beautiful it is, but also the vibes. I just love the vibes of being in Ireland, just how laid back and easygoing, how welcoming, and just that mentality of just enjoying each moment as they come. It really soothed my soul, really did wonders for my mental health, and it helped me see things clear. It helped me realize, hey, I'm blessed that I get to stay home with my kids. I'm blessed that I get to have this knowledge about mental health that I can now apply to my family or apply to things that make me happy, like writing. So I did start writing this book as a form of therapy, processing my emotions, so that the main character, she is also a former therapist that had to stop being a therapist due to being hard of hearing. But then her life gets a very different turn than mine. It is not a biography, autobiography. Let me read for you the back cover story just like I've done for other books. I like to read it with emotion, so might as well do it with my own book. Lou and Elliot had a plan until Ireland changed everything. If hard of hearing therapist Louisa Menges, so her last name is pronounced Menges, not Mendes, as it would be if she was Spanish speaking. Fun fact. Louisa Menges knew her ears would one day fail her, she never would have chosen a listening profession. Same Louisa. Time to pivot as an advice columnist and making an unexpected connection to the magazine's new photographer. Too bad he also happens to be the toxic ex from one of her readers' letters. If photographer Elliot O'Brien knew his influencer girlfriend would cheat on him and keep his mother's ring, he never would have slid into her DMs. At least his career is on the upward, as is hired by a magazine to shoot a high-profile wedding in Ireland. The only problem is it leads him to face his latest heartbreak and just maybe fall for the advice columnist behind it. I don't know if I read that with enough emotion, but I loved it that now that I just watched the footage, that Cookie, my little Morkie, she's Maltese or Yorkie, she kept popping up, and I cannot delete that footage now because of it. I suppose I should show you a different footage of our latest Irish trip. We just did another one, super short one, just a couple of days. We were actually going to visit family in England. That's where my sister-in-law currently lives, but of course we had to stop by Ireland so I could stop by some of the places where this story happens, so I could just see them and show it to you guys, show some footage. That would be fun, and just celebrate this really exciting thing that's happened. My first footage is of coffee because we were severely jet lagged, so we definitely stopped by at a coffee shop to awaken ourselves a little bit so we can explore Grafton Street. That's where we were staying, and that's Dublin's premier pedestrian shopping area. It's so beautiful. It's very vibrant. The street musicians make you feel like you're in a movie when you're walking around. It's so much fun, and like everywhere in Ireland, the energy is incredible. Like the fun vibes, it cannot be matched. So I could just walk through these streets forever. Even though I was jet lagged, I was still feeling it was energizing me as I explored. Another thing that's fun about Dublin is that there's a huge Brazilian community. I stopped by at this spa called the Dawson Spa for a 30-minute massage. Don't judge me. My neck was hurting so badly I could barely turn it. I'm like, I cannot stand this. And masseuse was Brazilian. You find Brazilians every time you turn around in Dublin. I love it so much. The one thing I have to complain about that massage experience is that the massage room, I did not, of course, didn't film in there. It didn't have any air conditioning, and that's very common in European countries because they just don't have it's not a given to have air conditioning everywhere as it is in the US. And at 42, I need air conditioning at all times. I'm so glad I got the massage because I medically needed it, but that was rough. If you want to escape the heat in Ireland, in Dublin, you can go into Stephen's Green Shopping Centre, which is this beautiful mall that you still can enjoy the sunlight whenever they do have sunlight there because of the glass ceilings, and it has a lot of affordable shops, including my favorite, Boots Pharmacy. When there's a lot of things that I remember seeing, not a lot of things, but some things that I remember seeing in Brazil, in pharmacy in Brazil, so that was fun to see it there as well. Like I said, we stayed at Grafton Street, and the name of our hotel was Grafton Hotel, and it was beautiful in the lobby, as you see, and also in the breakfast area. I didn't bother filming our room because it was just an explosion of, unpacked suitcases and teenage stuff. We had 3 teenagers. It was absolute chaos, lots of family time. Wish the room was bigger. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, we were so jet lagged. We weren't gracefully unpacking. So I didn't bother showing it to you guys. I can put up some pictures of what it looks like online. It looks bigger than what it is actually. It served its purpose. Great location. Would stay there again. Great breakfast too. Main reason why I would stay there again, besides the location. Speaking of teens, I'm gonna take a break to put lunch in the oven for them. I'll be right back. And we're back. So after we got settled in the hotel room, everybody was too jet lagged to go explore, and so was I, but I just had to go all the way. It was a 10-minute walk to Trinity College. I'm so glad I did, even though I was deliriously jet lagged, because, well, first of all, walking around Dublin streets is always so much fun. It reminded me, I grew up in downtown Vitória. That's the name of my hometown in Brazil where I grew up. So I'm a city girl at heart. So walking around the city by myself just reminded me of growing up and just walking to and from school in the city, and just that level of independence. It felt really familiar in the best way. And then I got so excited when I got to the big doors of Trinity College because it reminded me of my 2 main characters connecting there, taking the library tour and almost kissing there. I had to take that tour. I didn't get to do those things the last time we were in Dublin, so that was super exciting to do. When you walk past those doors, you see the beautiful green area. Irish grass is the only grass that I feel like I could take a nap in, and I actually did the last time we were there. Not in this specific spot, it was outside of Dublin Castle. There's something magical about Irish grass. It feels like a rug, but I wouldn't nap on a rug, but I would nap on an Irish grass. It's just the best environment. I was so jealous of those students. I could have stayed there forever, and the architecture, everything, everywhere you turn around is absolutely beautiful. And then I went on the tour to see the really impressive library, but before you get to the library, you go through the Book of Kells exhibition, which is really, really cool. My favorite part was to see the pocket gospel books from the 8th century missionaries. Now that I'm starting my publishing career, it's just really cool to see the history of print books and how these missionaries, used to make books conveniently sized so they could spread the word, and it just really warmed my heart at this time in my life. Then we reached the beautiful and impressive long room. That's what their old library is called, and it's just so beautiful. That the sad part is though that they can't have all the books that they used to have displayed because I think conservation issues, and they clean them, and I get it. But it's still sad because, of course, we all would have liked to see every shelf packed. But I think as a consolation prize, they included that really impressive globe. It's really cool to see in person, and they do have some shelves filled with books, so we could see how it would look like if it was filled. They also had this ancient harp, which is really cool to see. It's just a little hard to get footage from because obviously everybody wants to take a picture or a video. And I did make sure to do some footage at the exact spot where my two main characters almost is. And Socrates is looking at them judgingly. Sadly, the next day we had to leave Dublin, but not too sadly because then we got to go to the Cliffs of Moher. They did a quick stop in Galway. I'm gonna show you guys some footage. It's just breathtaking. And my kids' lunch just got ready. Okay, lunch is out, so I should probably go and give my kids some attention because they're home from school. It's their summertime and I want to enjoy them too. Yeah, I really hope you pick this up. This is available also to read for free from Kindle Unlimited if you like reading it online. You can also have a Nook. It's also on Barnes & Noble, and you can also order the physical copy, which I absolutely love as well. Let me know in the comments if you're picking this up, if you're interested, or what are you reading this summer? I would love to know. I want to do more book reviews in future videos, so I will appreciate recommendations for clean rom-coms or for also thrillers. I'm a big thriller fan. I will leave you with some more Irish footage of the Cliffs of Moher, Galway, grass, sheep, all the wonderful Irish things. If you watched this video to the end, please let me know by putting a little shamrock so I'll know and I'll be so excited. If you like this video, please give it a like. That will help me out so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, now would be a good time. Please do so. And I will see you again for sure on the next video. Bye bye.